Good morning and welcome to the Ask Geeky Girl show. My name is Angela Mondor and I'm also known as the Geeky Girl. I help stuck and stressed out entrepreneurs to have more fun in their business so they can attract their perfect clients. Today, I want you to learn a little bit from Facebook. Now, there's lots of times when we look at Facebook and something happens and we get frustrated and angry, and sometimes we get a little bit irritated by the fact that Facebook has gone and made some changes, or things aren't working exactly as we would expect them to work. And here's what's interesting about that, okay? I'm going to share with you some insider tips. I'm going to talk about Facebook as a business, what they've done and how they've grown. I've got some tips for you, how you can use this in your business so that you can grow your business. Obviously, you want to grow it as big as you can, right? We want to grow it to a place where it can support us and give you the freedom that you are looking for so that you don't have to go back to that 9 to 5. There's nothing worse. As an entrepreneur, there's nothing worse than having to go to a 9 to 5, right? So, perfect, excellent, there we go. I'm excited about this topic. And obviously, I get excited about a lot of topics, but what's neat about this is the ability for us to actually look at what actually happens inside the Facebook world. What is it that made Mark so successful? Okay, that's what I want to focus on today. So I don't want to necessarily focus on how annoying they are. However, I think that we will have some good conversations about the annoyingness while we are chatting. So yes, it's true that Facebook makes a lot of changes, but it wasn't always that way. So when Mark first started this whole Facebook thing, he started super simple. He started out with one college campus. That's all it was. They just were connecting one college campus. And he didn't overcomplicate things. He kept things simple. The interface wasn't as crazy as it is today. He slowly grew into that. He began slowly. And that's what's important, is starting out with that simple concept of what you want to have as your business. Keeping it simple, right? So that whole KISS principle. Now, he was quick to change. He did make quick changes in what he did with his platform, and that's something that you need to be able to do as well. You need to be able to come up with an idea and don't stop and perfect it first. You need to come up with the idea and then implement it right away. And Mark has always done that with Facebook. He comes up with an idea and he goes to work with it right away and he implements it. And that's what's really important for you as well, is making sure you have that moment of jump, that action period. If you have an idea and then you sit back and you think about it, you're taking too much time already. So you need to take that idea and implement it right away. And that's something that Mark Zuckerberg has done really well with Facebook, is that he didn't wait to get approval from everybody around him. He didn't wait to see if it was okay for him to do it. He just did it. So you don't want to ask for a lot of opinions. And think about the last time that you had an idea and you went out to 5 people and you're like, hey, I got this idea. What do you think? And you get back 5 different answers, or maybe you get back 4 different answers from 5 different people. And you thought, oh, geez, okay, that wasn't clear enough. So now I'm going to go ask 5 more people, only to get no further ahead. And you've wasted a lot of time. First of all, you got to be careful about who you ask for opinions. Are you asking opinions from people who've actually done what you're trying to do? Are they successful in implementing the thing that you are trying to implement? If they're not, then you're asking the wrong people to begin with. You're wasting time on your idea, and your idea is going to die before you get a chance to actually implement. The money is in the implementation, right? So you want to look at taking that leap, and don't ask for a lot of opinions. If you have to ask for opinions about something, then ask from people who have actually done it. People who are very successful in what it is that you are already trying to do. Facebook has always done that for us. They roll out things maybe before we've even asked, maybe other people have asked, but you get this new thing and you're like, Why do we need this thing? And either it works or it doesn't. And that's when Facebook or Mark, the corporation of Facebook looks and listens, because of course they're listening. Then if something doesn't work, then they'll tweak it. But they're not going to ask a bunch of us how we feel about it. They're just going to create something and go with it. And, then they'll drop it if it doesn't work. So don't be afraid to drop something, and don't get attached to too much on your business. You stay attached to the end in mind, why you're in business in the first place, what you're creating, that product at the end, who you're serving. That's what you stay connected to. But don't stay too attached to the how in between, okay? Be ready to just drop it. If you start something in a motion of serving your target market, if you have something you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be what they want, you start delivering it and find out they don't want to do it, don't hang on to this part of it. You need to go, oh, that didn't work. Okay, no problem. Drop it. Let's pick something else. It is in the action of implementing and in the action of choosing which direction to go that's going to make you money, not having to wait and try to make this perfect if it's not working, okay? So that's what you need to do, and they have done that really well on the Facebook platform as well. And if you find yourself hating working in your business, like you're getting up every morning going, oh my God, I can't believe I have this client, or I can't believe I'm doing this, or I hate this part of my business, then there's something out of balance in your business, and you need to take some time to listen to yourself. Figure out where you are out of balance. Listen to yourself. Listen to how you are feeling as you are interacting with your clients and the pieces in between. What feels right and what doesn't feel right for you. If you don't have the ability to quickly define what is it that's holding you back, then you need to talk to somebody. Again, be careful who you talk to. You want to talk to the people who are already successful, the people who have already gone through what you're going through. Don't just ask your friends and family members. They don't have a real clue. They might know you, but they don't know business, and they haven't been through this path before. So you want to find people who have already been through this path, people who have gone through the trenches of what you're going through. Ask them, maybe a coach or a mentor, and say to them, this isn't working in my business and I need help sorting this out. So you want to focus on the product. We talked about that. You want to focus on the end in mind. What is it that you are trying to give the people you are serving? That's what you want to focus on. Don't focus on the things in between, because as a business owner, a lot of times we're worried about, or we're taking time to think about making ends meet, or, worried about the income of cash flow, and we're not thinking about focusing on that end user. And that's something that Facebook's done a really good job doing. So if you're concerned about your business and you think, if I don't worry about the money thing, it's not going to happen, think about the way Facebook operates. Their end in mind are the people that come here for fun. They don't really care about us business owners. That's not the point. Their end in mind is to focus on the people here having fun, connecting with their family, their friends, playing games, sharing their lives. That's the focus. That's the product. The product is to serve them. Okay? They don't care about the business owners, even though the business owners is where they get their money from. All of the business owners here, some of us pay for advertisements, right? Like that's where their income stream comes from, is from the ad generation. But they can't make money from their end users, okay? They can't make money unless they have end users to serve. So they focus on the end user. That is their product. And when they change their product, they're changing it for the end user. They are not changing it for us, the business owners. So they service this end user really well. They keep delivering a fantastic product for them, and they keep coming back over and over again, which then serves us as business owners, because we're here to support our business, and obviously we're here as people too, but in our business we're here to attract more people to our businesses, and we're attracting the people that are here to have fun, the people that are here for their own personal enjoyment. So think about that in your business. If you're worried about making money and you're not worried about what you are delivering, what end you are giving those clients at the end, then you're not focused on the right things. And Facebook makes a crap ton of money. And even though they don't care about the people who are giving them the money, because that's not who they care about. They don't care about us and our ads. They care about those people. Care about your product. Care about that end in mind. Care about what it is that you are delivering as a service to the people. And then your revenue will grow from there. Okay? Facebook was not developed as a business tool. Exactly, Lynn. It's totally true. Facebook was developed as a way to connect people with each other. And so they continue to focus on that. And because they continue to focus on that, everything else grows from there. So you have to be very specific about what your end in mind is. What is your product? Why are you in business in the first place? We didn't start our businesses to make money necessarily. We started our businesses because we didn't want to work corporately anymore. We didn't want to work for somebody else. We had something of value that we wanted to give other people. So what is that? What is that value that you are trying to give people? How do you want to serve? What questions do you want to answer? That's what you want to focus on a daily basis. And the stuff in between just doesn't matter. But the people around you matter. We've heard this over and over again. I'm sure you've heard this, but you're the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So who are those people to you? And that doesn't just include your friend and family, but it also includes the people you network with business-wise, and it includes the people that you support in your business. So your virtual assistants, your web designers, the people who help you with your accounting. All those people matter in the grand scheme of your business, looking at who they are that are surrounding you. So what does Lynn say? My internet's spotty. Okay, she's having trouble with video. Darn it. Internet's been fun around here lately. So you want to do yourself a favor and look at who are the people that you have around you right now. And you know what? Don't be afraid to cut some people loose. Mark has done a great job in Facebook of surrounding himself with great people, but he's also done a fantastic job of cutting people loose from the Facebook corporation who don't fit anymore. Some people come and stay and they do their own bit to bring Facebook to a new level, and then they have to leave so that they can bring other people in so they can move Facebook to another level. Facebook was turned into a business tool by marketers. Yes, and of course Gary Vaynerchuk will say, marketers ruin everything. That's what he says, and it's totally true. So Facebook has been turned into a business tool, and for those of us who are in business, it feels like that's all it is, but that's because we are constantly working it as a business. And for those people who are here for fun, they're here and they don't see as much of the business side as we do. So it's a different perspective when you're looking at Facebook. Remember that people are not coming here for business, they're coming here for entertainment, so don't get markety. Exactly. We are here to serve people, and by focusing on the end in mind, right? We talked about that piece, focusing on the product. That's what you need to focus on, not focusing on the money. Don't focus on the money here. We want to focus on the end in mind, okay? So don't be afraid to fire people around you. And sometimes that means not following some of the people that are following you. So maybe you have a few family members who are adding some negativity to your life. You don't have to unfriend them, but you can unfollow them so they don't show up in your news feed very often. Maybe you connected with somebody in a networking event or something. Maybe it was live, or maybe it was a virtual networking situation and you've connected with them and maybe they're not bringing the good vibes anymore. You don't have to unfriend them, but you can unfollow them. And nobody knows that you've unfollowed them. If they're spending that much time looking at who's unfollowed them, that's a bigger problem for them, not for you. So those are some things that you can do to look after yourself. But feel what happens in your brain matters so much. What you fill your head with matters. So make sure that you are surrounding yourself with great people. And the other thing is that you can find great advisors to help you. But before you ask for anybody to give you help or assistance in your business, you need to know what it is that you need help with in the first place. So where are the gaps in your business? Where do you need to grow? And sometimes you need to grow personally and not necessarily in a business way, but you need to know who you are looking for to help you fill that gap. And you want to make sure that they are somebody who's already done this, somebody who's successful. somebody who has gone through the same trench that you are going through, and they can show you the way. Those are the kind of people that you want to connect with. Don't just ask your friends and family, or don't just pick some random coach just because they look cool. That is not going to get you ahead in your business. You want to make sure to find somebody who has been successful, and you want to be successful in the same way that they are. So Facebook wasn't always this well-oiled machine. I mean, Mark started building this in his dorm room, for crying out loud. He wasn't a CEO at the time and didn't own a massive company. So he needed to grow personally as well as the business. He needed to learn how to do the extra coding that needed to happen. And of course, nowadays he's not doing that. He has a team. But he needed to learn personally how to become a CEO. And he also needed to learn how to grow in other ways in his business as well. So think about that. You're not just growing or learning to be a better person that knows more information about this particular service that you're offering, but you're also needing to grow personally. So make sure you're doing that personal development along the way. That is really, really important. And the other thing that you want to do is look at making sure you have a thick skin. There's going to be times when things come up, whether it is somebody who doesn't like what you have to offer, maybe somebody doesn't like the way you do business, maybe they don't like the way that you speak. Who knows? I mean, I've had people along the way who don't like the way that I talk, or I've got people that don't like the way that I write on my website. I mean, whatever. You have to be able to sort of sift that stuff out from what's important and what isn't important. And when you get some negative criticism, I want you to look at that and say, okay, first of all, take a step back. Is that somebody who actually is somebody I want to serve? Is that a person who I really believe I have something great for? Can I assist that person in some way with my product or service? If I can't, if they're not my target market, then seriously, water off a duck's back. Their opinion doesn't matter. Zero. Mom, aunt, cousin, husband, it doesn't matter who they are. If they are not my target market, what they think about my business doesn't matter. The only person and their opinion that matters is my target market. If I come across somebody who is my target market and they don't like what I do, then I have to really look at it. But I'm not looking at it because I feel bad about myself. I'm looking at it to decide, do they have a valid point? Maybe this thing that I think is going to serve them isn't serving them really well, and they have a valid opinion. But again, you only want to be concerned about the opinions of the people who matter. And the only opinions that matter are the people who you serve. Remember, always going back to who you serve, why you are in business in the first place. What is it that you're trying to deliver? Make sure they are satisfied. But don't look at it as you failed. Don't take it personally. And, you have to develop some thick skin. And along with that thick skin, social media is a fantastic place for people to voice their opinions. And Lynn and I have had some long conversations about this. But if you find yourself in a position where you have some troll that has shown up, whether it's on your live videos or whether it's shown up on some other feed somewhere else, you want to look at making sure that you have support somewhere. Now, if you don't have a social media manager in your back pocket, that's somebody you want to have in your back pocket before something goes sideways. So you don't want to have to look for them when things are on fire, right? You don't want to have to try to remember that later. So find somebody you trust who can help you if you manage to get a troll, and they can assist you in dealing with it in such a way that it's not an emotional stress. Okay? That sometimes is what businesses have failed at, is that they have gotten a troll or something bad's gone on in the business and they haven't taken the time to find somebody to help them first. They get stuck in this troll and the fire that's happening from the troll, and they get it too emotional because we're very emotionally attached to our business. There's times when it's happened in my business. I've had to take a step back and I've had to consult people. And again, I've consulted the people who have been successful already and asked them for their opinions because they are the people that will be able to assist me. I haven't asked random people. And you find those people first, connect to some people who are mentors for you, and they will assist you through those sorts of things. And then focus on your long game. Always focus on your long game. Just because this month wasn't great doesn't mean to say your year's not going to be great. So, this is the piece where Facebook has also done a fantastic job. They're not so much worried about the ebbs and flows of the little things that have gone on. They're more worried about their end game. And again, the end game is always your target market. The end game is always the products that you offer to serve your clients best. That is your end game. Focus on that. Make sure that is successful. Make sure you're listening to the right people, you're surrounding yourself with the right people, and that you are doing your own personal growth along the way. Your business can only grow as much as you grow personally as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's live. I know it went a bit long, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them, and I will be putting together yet another blog post that will go with this live as well. So I hope you have an amazing day, and tomorrow morning we will be back to talk more about Facebook. So 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. See you there. Bye now.